The league's leading marksman Brian Stafford showed himself to be in admirable form in Meath's semi-final win over Cork, while Colm O'Rourke, who was forced out of that match through injury, is back in the starting formation. The Meath team shows one change this afternoon. Robbie O'Malley failed to come through a fitness test yesterday and is replaced by under-21 star Brendan Riley, who will now switch positions with Kevin Foley. Much of the down threat comes from the youthful ingenuity of James McCartan in the left corner and the equally lethal but more experienced Mickey Linden on the fringe of the square. Down forced into one alteration, Eamon Burns, who came on in the semi-final for the luckless Liam Austin, retains his position and partners Ross Carr as Down go in pursuit of a first league title in 7 years. Referee Tommy Sugru from Tralee was also in charge when these counties met in 1988. That was at the semi-final stage. Two inter-county referees on the line this afternoon as well. John McHale from Mayo, J.J. Landers from Waterford, and Down from right to left in the first half. This is James McCartan, marked by Kevin Foley. Flicked across. Mickey Linden looking for the opening score, but he's put it wide from a very useful opening. Gillick touching it down neatly. Colin Coyle, good control. Well read over there by Barry Breen. Now Eamon Burns. Cathal Murray. Lob down towards Mickey Linden once again. And the down ploy seems to be to try and open up the play at the back for Meath as Nick Lyons concedes a free. But there's an oceans of space really in the two corner flanks for the Down half forwards to run into. Ambrose Rogers looking for the lead point. Collyburn fists it down. McCartan, and he's put it over the bar. At last the breakthrough. It's taken 7 minutes to arrive, but James McCartan, the son of James McCartan, the legendary hero of Down in the 60s, has opened the scoring. Burns, good check. Into the path of Mickey Linden. Most of the ball being played out that direction to bring the full-back out of position, and it's working a treat. Rogers, well, he was looking for another goal for Down. They've been in good goal-scoring form in this league campaign. On that occasion, some pushing, and it'll be a free out for Meath. Meanwhile, a Down player down injured, James McCartan. The referee now calling across Kevin Foley, who suffered the ignominy of being sent off in the league final in 1988, and there's a booking for Foley. Well, the first hint of trouble, and referee Tommy Sugru takes a name. Well, Down could ill afford to lose their young marksman. There he is in that incident you see there with Kevin Foley as Ambrose Rogers was coming through. The ball had come in from the right wing. It failed to produce a score. And I think we saw McCartan holding on to Kevin Foley's leg there as well. The end result in any case was a Meath free out and a booking as well. Colin Coyle fists it on. Kelly was anticipating. Again, it's lobbed into space. The two-man attack working a treat for McCartan. Well, he could have got a goal there, I'm sure. He's satisfied with the point, his second of the match. There's so much space there in that Meath full back line. Gathered by Greg Blaney. Supported by John Kelly. McCartan the target. Has he got the pace now and the guile to get inside? Oh, he's done well, and somehow that stayed out. Touched away for a 45. The game is first, but he wriggled free that time of Kevin Foley. I don't think the defenders knew an awful lot about this one. This is a fast corner forward, low trajectory, and good pace when he moves into a tight situation like that. Now, this went off the legs eventually of the goalkeeper, I think. Just about. Colin Murray. Well, it again fails to produce a score. Meath yet to score, and we're now a minute into injury time at the end of the first quarter. Paddy O'Rourke dwells on the ball too long. Martin O'Connell. Brian Stafford trying to open up the scoring for Meath. Bernard Flynn. It's brilliantly stopped by goalkeeper Neil Collins. It goes for a 45, but Collins, who's done exceptionally well since coming into the down goal, and indeed since he came into the team, the side has not lost a match. 2 minutes of injury time having been played. Can Brian Stafford salvage something from the opening quarter? It's been a fruitless opening 15 minutes for Meath, but Down have taken a 2-point lead at the end of the quarter, and both their points scored by James McCartan. Barring a replay, of course, this is the last occasion in which 4 quarters will be used. Twisted down by McLyons to Terry Ferguson. DJ Kane. Well belted forward for Mickey Linden, the target man. What a good spearhead. Down are showing in this match, and that's Mickey Linden getting his first point, taking his chance in style and finishing with a precision shot. Liam Hayes lets it drop down with the support from Brendan Riley. Colm O'Rourke trying to get free of Barry Breen. Support coming through here. Liam Hayes, well up with the attack. David Beggy. Oh, it's a crushing shot! A brilliant goal by Beggy. Meath equalise thanks to the kicking skills of David Beggy. His 3rd league goal of the season. It was ominous for Down when Liam Hayes went up to join the attack. Beggy got free and unleashed a powerful drive into the back of the net. Well, that really was an exquisite finish by Beggy. So will that goal now inspire the Meath men? Colm O'Rourke, no foul. Well, on this occasion there is. The referee decides by John Kelly, who was coming in on the blind side. And again the referee anxious to stamp out any would-be trouble. Ross Carr trying to settle down the Down midfield players. Brian Stafford kicks, and Meath go in front for the first time in the match. A point from a free by Brian Stafford. So it's a goal and a point now to 3 points. Martin O'Connell wisely waited. Is Gillick soloing forward, and somehow he held his balance just long enough to play it into Bernard Flynn. And it's gone over the bar from Bernard Flynn. All of a sudden, Meath has taken charge of this match, and the fans from the Royal County looking forward to some more glory like they experienced in 78, or 87 I should say, in 88. Ross Carr handles with difficulty, then receives a push by Colin Brady. Free taken himself from the hands. Meath had not retreated the requisite 13 metres. That's the 65-metre line out from the Meath goal. That's over the bar by Collie Burns. So now the gap is just a solitary point. PJ Gillick. Brian Stafford gathering it low. Collie Byrne restarting the move. Mick Lyons just getting there ahead of Mickey Linden, getting his fist to it as well as far as Brian Stafford. Into PJ Gillick. Bernard Flynn, 45 metres out, swapping passes with Colm O'Rourke, and now Colm Coyle comes into the equation. The impetus of the attack continues. And finally it was David Beggy, slightly off balance, thanks to the persistence of the number 7 there, DJ Kane, and the umpire signalling that the ball had gone wide. Colin Brady. Harry Breen does well there to keep that away from Colm O'Rourke. Cathal Murray now, trying to set up a down attack. Towards James McCartan. Mickey Linden. And again, a fine shot by Mickey Linden, his second point in the second quarter. Impeccable shooting by the full forward who hails from Mayo Bridge. Game level then, with just 2 minutes to go to the end of this second quarter. Conor Deegan did well there to get that one away from Stafford, following up himself, fouled. There's the option now of taking the free from the hands or from the ground. Meath penalised 10 metres as well. In injury time then at the end of the first half, Cathal Murray has this opportunity to give down the lead. Well, they held it throughout the opening quarter. They've now got a 45 as Martin O'Connell and Ambrose Rogers get into a heated exchange. Greg Blaney interjecting as well, and the referee says, come on lads, play the game. 45. Cathal Murray. And the whistle, the sides going in level at the end of 30 minutes play. A goal by David Beggy 2 minutes into the second quarter, instrumental in Meath's recovery. Half-time score, Meath 1 goal and 2 points, down 5 points, and that's where we'll take a break and return with more action from the Royal Ivor National Football League. And welcome back to Croke Park. The Royal Ivor National Football League final, the centre of attention this afternoon, sides level at half-time. And Liam Hayes from Meath playing from left to right with the first free of the third quarter. David Beggy, the goal scorer. Brian Stafford. Beggy once more. Again, for the second time in this match, kicking it well wide across the face of the goal. That's a tactic that worked well against Cork on one occasion, but Down have well and truly seen the script. And here's Ambrose Rogers. Mickey Linden. Collie Byrne. Again, it's that flying corner forward, James McCartan. Linden once again, seeking to restore Down's lead, and that looks a very well-struck shot from fully 35 metres out. Mickey Linden's third point, and Down, who led throughout the opening quarter, are back in front again. Colm Coyle trying to get clean possession. Greg Blaney was in there, and it's John Kelly who commits the foul. Bernard Flynn. A searching ball inside. Colm O'Rourke rising. It drops down cleanly to Conor Deegan. Well, a poor clearance out of defence. Colm O'Rourke winding himself up for this sideline kick. Delightfully struck, beautifully put over the bar. Well, he's always good for a point or two in a match, and that's his very first. And the sides are back on level terms again. Blocked down well. And Martin O'Connell fouled. Brian Stafford's kick is about 22 metres out. Meath takes the lead again. Brian Stafford with 2 pointed frees. Indeed, the only two-pointed frees in the match. John Kelly has difficulty holding it. Paul Higgins dodging around Colm Coyle, holding it up just long enough. Ambrose Rogers yet to score in the game. Towards James McCartan, and where McCartan goes, Kevin Foley goes as well. Martin O'Connell lobbing it in towards Colm O'Rourke. It runs on to the other Colm Coyle, but the referee has blown the whistle, and the ball has been put into the back of the net, and the referee, I think, is saying to Colm O'Rourke, forgive me, I had blown the whistle. Yes, he's hanging his head. He knows that it was just one of those things. He didn't see an advantage coming instantly to Meath. He's full of apologies, Tommy Sugrue. So it's Meath that 1 point ahead, and Tommy Sugrue is still, I think, having nightmares about that decision. Stafford kicks his third point. An important week this for Brian Stafford, hoping to start with a winning medal here. He gets married on Friday. Greg Blaney. A key stage in the game now for Down rather. Down having allowed Meath to open up a 2-point gap. Fisted down by Kevin Foley, only as far as the waiting Mickey Linden. Trying to steady himself for a shot, looking for some leeway. Fisted away eventually by Mick Lyons. There's Brady back in defence. Towards Stafford. Bernard Flynn. Touched in beautifully. Gillick giving back the return. Bernard Flynn steadying, and Bernard Flynn kicks his second point. A glorious spell as it's now Meath a goal ahead. 1-6 to 6 points. Ross Carr. Eamon Burns, who takes Liam Austin's place in the team. Greg Blaney. It's a good build-up, but can they finish with a score? Greg Blaney runs into a cul-de-sac. PJ Gillick having a lot of work to do to make that his. Taken instead by Paddy O'Rourke. On for Collie Burns. A goal between the teams. And that's the first wide of the third quarter for Down, but they're 9th in all as against 7 for Meath. Donald Smith, who's only conceded 1 goal in the last 4 games, and that was in a playoff tie with Tyrone. John Kelly. Very direct play by the half-backs, trying to feed it into the 2-man attack largely, Mickey Linden and James McCartan. Colin Brady gathered with some difficulty and dropped down to the waiting PJ Gillick. Oh, what vision as he plays it inside for Bernard Flynn. Well, he kept it in play, but it was going away too fast from him, and Paul Higgins was able to come in and intercept. But it was a marvellous ball forward. Ambrose Rogers. Greg Blaney. Knocked into the path of James McCartan, tripped by Kevin Foley. Or shall we say he lost his footing? I'm not too sure that Kevin Foley would agree there was a trip. It's been largely an unsuccessful afternoon for Cathal Murray thus far. This is a vital kick at a key time in the game. Just 2 points between the teams, with Cathal Murray's first pointed free of this National League final. 2 minutes remaining in the quarter. Liam Harnon's free up towards Colm O'Rourke, touching it down, but only as far as Conor Deegan, the fullback. He's led it there, however, to Liam Hayes. Wrestled away from him by Barry Breen. and Hayes was holding his arm, the referee indicates. Greg Blaney. In towards James McCartan, gets loose for once. He loses the ball but recovers. Good persistence across towards Cathal Murray. Slightly off balance, but over the bar, and he's kicked the last 2 points now, and that's done his confidence a lot of good. The margin, just a point. Well, what a great last quarter. Hopefully this will now be. Ross Carr. Down, menacing at this stage. Donald Smith comes out, read it really well. It was way off his line, jersey checked, and finally James McCartan is adjudged to have fouled the goalkeeper outside the 20-metre line. Ball taken by Eamon Burns. Paddy O'Rourke's kick into space. In injury time at the end of the 3rd quarter, and what a good quarter it turned out to be. And with 15 minutes remaining, Meath the leaders by just a point, 1-6 to 8 points. Sean Boylan has a very quick word there with Martin O'Connell and a few of the others as well. 15 minutes then remaining. Interesting, the referee here is playing without the right boot, as it were. Not quite sure if it was causing him a problem. So the destination of this year's National League to be determined in the next 15 minutes, it seems. Colin Brady. Colin Coyle is the target. John Kelly driving it downfield. Martin O'Connell gathering well. Colin Brady, midfield player who likes to take command, towards Colm O'Rourke. Barry Breen inside to Paddy O'Rourke. Kevin Foley. He's first out to the ball each time, Kevin Foley, doing his best to keep tabs on James McCartan. Liam Hayes, meanwhile. Colm O'Rourke against Barry Breen. Bernard Flynn there to assist Colm O'Rourke should he require assistance. That's for David Beggy. Doing well. David Beggy causing some problems, but he is adjudged to have thrown the ball. So a free out for down, and it was such a good build-up up to that point. Colin Brady. In towards Brendan in towards PJ Gillick, and it's a penalty. They play on, but the penalty has been awarded. Bernard Flynn finishes to the net, but PJ Gillick was pulled down, and it's going to be Stafford who will take the penalty. Brian Stafford has kicked 6 goals so far in the league. He's kicked the 7th. Brian Stafford's penalty, kicked with calmness and assurance. 5 minutes into the 4th quarter. It could be the turning point. And referee Tommy Sugra now decides that both boots are causing discomfort. Push by David Beggy, it seemed, there on DJ Kane, and an angry exchange over there. Beggy quick to get away from the action. Eamon Burns free, in towards Collie Burns. Greg Blaney here. Down looking for a goal. And Liam Hayes is adjudged to have pushed Greg Blaney. It's a good finish. A 4th point by Cathal Murray. Down now 10 points. Meath 2 goals and 6. 6 minutes of this showdown remaining. Greg Blaney is held, takes the free quickly, too quickly, and in steps Terry Ferguson. Out to Brian Stafford. Sideline ball is for Meath. Colin Brady gets loose. In towards Joe Castles. Back to Colm O'Rourke. Colin Brady menacingly forward. And it's a 3-point gap yet again. Colin Brady's first point, an invaluable one. Down carrying the ball forward. John Kelly into space towards James McCartan. Some very good moments in this match. McCartan trying to slip inside. Well, intending to link up with Cathal Murray, but instead it's Liam Harnan who goes back there. He's left it to Mickey Linden. Somehow gets it away, out as far as Terry Ferguson. Brendan Riley here. Riley against Ross Carr, the foul committed by Ross Carr, but Down looking for a late response. Needing a goal now to win the title, surely. A point will not be sufficient. Terry Ferguson down towards Bernard Flynn. Liam Hayes. With the game well into injury time now. That penalty goal by Brian Stafford 5 minutes into the 4th quarter really was in the end the turning point. Meath's triumphant march back to the top remains on course. It's the 6th National League success, carved out with old-style meal values, with every unit of the team displaying commitment and class. David Beggy's goal in the 2nd quarter, Brian Stafford's penalty in the 4th quarter, and finally Down succumb here in Croke Park as Meath win by 2 goals and 7 points to Down's 11 points. John Dowling presents the cup to a very proud Colm O'Rourke of Meath.
Yeah, it was very tough today. After last year's disappointments, and we were going quite bad here and there during the league this winter, it's great to get back up in the top again.
It didn't look too good in the opening quarter, you failed to score, but then you got that goal 2 minutes into the 2nd quarter. Tell us about the build-up to that.
I can't remember exactly what happened, whether Liam Hayes caught the ball in the air, whether it was passed to him, but when he runs into defence, it's very, very hard to stop him. He's so big and strong, and he really opened up the defence very, very well. And he gave the flick through to me, and I was going for the goal, thankfully, and it went in. It's good.
We had been in trouble in the 1st quarter. We got back into it a bit, and then the penalty really put the game firmly in our favour. But even at that stage, I thought we would be able to shake them off, play good open football, and maybe put on 2 or 3 more points and leave the game relatively safe. But we could never get away from them, and I was very impressed by their coolness and the way that they just kept fighting back every time.
To what extent do you sense that this Meath team means business again this year?
It's been quite obvious in the last 6 to 8 weeks that the commitment and the hunger for the game has come back so strong in the team. Major commitment to training, and it's obvious that things are going to go really well this year.
So the Leinster is again the target?
Very much so. To win the league is a big bonus for us because, to be quite honest, I don't think this was our intention this year. It was to get prepared right for the championship, but it's a big bonus to win the league, and please God, our aim this time is the Leinsters.